Yeah, let that run a little bit. Yo, we gonna get into it. Got another episode for you. We gonna talk about. You ever notice how? Excuse me. You ever notice how? No matter how much people say they're aware that racism exists or any social dilemma exists, they still shocked when they see it. Oh my God! I can't. Not guilty. What? Oh my God. He's not guilty. How could this happen? Like you got a whole movement, a whole protest about racial injustice. So where's the surprise still coming from? That's how you know it's all an act. Y'all just out here acting. You're acting like you care about something. Alright? So with the Rittenhouse situation, whatever. I don't even know if I said his name right. Don't care. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of people say, well, how is this even a racial issue? I had some people say, oh yeah, Joe Biden said he was a white supremacist. How is he a white supremacist? He shot some white people. All right? And it's like, dude, just because you shoot white people don't mean you not a white supremacist. I don't know what the dude is. Don't care. Just saying. There is no stereotype. All right? If somebody is something, that's just what they are. Period. They don't have to look like what you think that will be. Feel me? So he don't look like a white supremacist. Well, what does that look like? Does that look like Joe Biden? Does that look like Donald Trump? Does it look like Clint Eastwood? Who knows? Who cares? You feel me? Moving on. I'm just kind of wondering, did anybody notice that? You know, oh my God, I can't believe he hit that woman like that. Yeah, it's called domestic violence. What you surprised about? You got this ex NFL player throwing some white girl around the crib like a rag doll. I mean, she had them cameras set up perfectly, by the way. Like, I mean, that was like Hollywood perfection. Like, I don't know if he just that stupid or if that was all planned out. I don't know. I don't know these days. I'm just saying, what's really going on? Deontay Wilder, oh man, he got the fake glove conspiracy going. It's like the magic bullet. JFK, the magic bullet. Here's the thing. Deontay Wilder might be on to something. He might be the most logical person out there right now. Like, what? How you gonna say that? Because black people done been cheated out of all type of stuff. Of course it's gonna sound bizarre because people think it's about him losing a fight or losing a title. But I don't think it got nothing to do with that. It's about when you have that feeling, that intuition that you know something is not right. And I think that's why he keeps coming up with all kind of random allegations and speculations because he can't quite put his finger on it. But you know when you've been cheated or set up in some kind of way. At first he was talking about, okay, the first fight that he lost, I should say, not the draw. I think they cheated him the first time and he knew it. But it winded up being a draw. So whatever they did to his gloves then, I just think it didn't work. And it was like, it's going to take more than some loaded gloves to beat this dude. So then you get your second fight where he said he felt like his legs and his coordination was off. And people was talking about, well, maybe he was drugged before the fight. And people like, oh, that's bizarre. Why would they do that? Come on, man. It's the land of white supremacy. Why wouldn't they do it? Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Don't act like it's just beyond belief that an entity would conspire against a talented black athlete, male or female. Just saying, it's not that far fetched. But yeah, so he said he felt a little disorder. He blamed it on the suit, and that's how you are when you can't quite put your finger on something. You're like, well, maybe it was the suit, or maybe it was this, or maybe it was that. But you know that intuition is telling you something ain't right. Then you get fight number 3 where he knocks Tyson Fury out. Ref didn't even start counting for a whole 6 seconds. I'm just saying it's kind of weird. Maybe the fight should have been over, maybe it shouldn't. Either way, you lose on the books. But you know when things just ain't quite, you got a conspiracy for all 3 fights. Why? That's because something ain't right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, moving on. What else y'all want to talk about today? We got the we're gonna call it the cocoa. We're gonna call it the cocoa from now on. Because it ain't no point in even saying the word because everybody get bent out of shape. So we got the cocoa pandemic going on, right? And you got people pushing mandates for vaccinations. And they say, well, mandates have happened before. It's perfectly legal, well within the Constitution. Well, guess what else was perfectly legal and well within the Constitution? Yeah, I ain't even talking about slavery. I'm talking about Jim Crow, because we ain't even got to go back that far. So we know that was messed up. You know what else? Um, just bias laws that target black people was constitutional. All right, they put it, they made it legal, and if it's legal, basically constitutional. All right, so you got stop and frisk, you got black men going to jail for marijuana. Now marijuana is legal, whatever. You still ain't let them out because it was illegal when they did it. All right, so you got all this stuff going on, and people just like, we tired of it. We tired of y'all mandating and forcing and pushing and twisting our arms to do everything y'all want us to do, and we ain't get nothing in return. And there has been uprisings all over the globe that the U.S. media is not talking about intentionally because they don't want nobody to know. They want you to be over here talking about, oh, you're an anti-vaxxer. Well, guess what? Maybe that's the case, but why is that a big deal? If things were as bad as they say they were, you shouldn't even. If things was really that bad, nobody would question getting vaccinated. I'll tell you that right now. Nobody would even think twice if they really seen people dying in the streets or dying in an abnormal way or at an abnormal rate. People would go get it. Nobody wants to die. That's not something that most people do unless they're suicidal, and most people are not suicidal. So, we got all this going on. What do y'all think about all of these things, man? Why is so much going on? And why ain't nobody really talking about the real issues? Anytime you want to bring up the real issues, people want to divert. And they want to talk about something that's not the issue. You want to talk about racism? Well, they want to talk about black on black crime. Well, guess what? Those are 2 different subjects. All right? So why can't you focus? You want to talk about why men cheat, and you sitting over there talking about, well, why women gold diggers? 2 separate conversations. We talking about why y'all keep cheating on these females. And then you got the nerve to say, oh, females be tripping. They tripping because they caught you, or they tripping because they don't want you to cheat on them? Just let me know which one you talking about. Which one you talking about? Because, I mean, that don't sound like an unreasonable request for a wife to say, you know what, I just kind of don't want you to lie and cheat on me. You got females that don't even know what to do because they like, men lie so much. And they cheat. Ain't nothing tripping about that. You can't even be honest. You know how many women is down with polygamy nowadays? You don't even gotta lie. You just gotta find the right woman that's down with what you want to do. So if you lying and cheating, it's because you want to and you can't address it. Oh, well, why black men don't date black women? Well, who told you that lie? Who told you that black men in general don't like dating black women? Can't talk about that though, because they're gonna say, well, it's because the woman, because the black woman don't know how to. Boy, we talking about you. So what's up with that? How come we can't get to the bottom of anything because somebody want to talk about something else? What's going on, man? What's going on with my people? We got to figure something out because the clock is ticking. It's ticking fast. It's going a little faster than normal. I don't think a second is a second no more. A second is like half a second these days, bro. That's how crazy things are. Y'all better figure it out. You better shape up. Let me know what y'all think about all of this craziness, nonsense that's going on in the world today. Holla back.